Hi guys, okay, today I want to talk about OTMs, which is opportunities to move. We've been looking into this quite a bit. I've got a bit of a health scare, I guess, that I've had recently. I'll tell you more about this probably next week, but it looks like I'm on the mend now. This is what this tape, I don't know if you can see that tape there, it looks like I do CrossFit. That's part of the treatment I had yesterday. But when this occurrence happened, I've had to start looking at my lifestyle, and it translates to everybody. We're all as bad as each other. The movement that we do, if we train, let's say we train 5 times a week, which would be a lot, you know, that's like you'd be considered highly active at 5 times a week, and that's if you were doing an hour a week. I mean, if we do prime mover sessions, not even an hour, it's like 25 minutes of actual or 35 minutes of actual real movement. But even 5 hours a week, that's 300 minutes a week, and they reckon that cavemen and women, probably women were moving more, were 3,000 minutes a week. So we're only moving at 10% of what we would have a few 100,000 years ago, or even a few tens of thousands of years ago. Our DNA is exactly the same. So, you know, as people, we're no different, but what we're doing to our bodies is completely different. And our DNA evolved with us moving a lot every day. You know, cavemen, if they were sitting eating, they weren't actually sitting, they were crouching, they were active, their bodies were still active even when they were sat down and eating. They were always on guard. I'm not saying we have to sit there, you know, waiting for a saber-toothed tiger to jump out of the kitchen, but the fact that we just lounge around, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, I'm as guilty as anyone for this, sitting down. You know, my work week used to consist of running 35 prime mover sessions, so I do the warm-up and the cool down 35 times a week. I do 20 PT sessions a week. That would offset the amount of time I sat in the car driving to gigs on a weekend, because on a Friday and a Saturday night I'd be up and down the country DJing. But the amount of movement that I did, and since I've stepped away from the gym floor and I spend my time now sat in front of a laptop, you know, the difference in my body, well, it's manifested in this recent health scare. So the opportunities to move, it doesn't have to be big things. I'm not saying you've got to start doing 15 prime mover sessions a week. What I'm saying is that when we're sat at his desk, we need to be getting up every 20 minutes at least, every 20 minutes. Set an alarm on your phone and just get up, just have a stretch, just move your body, just get reach for the ceiling, stretch your hamstrings, cross your ankle over your knee and stretch your glutes. Just get the body moving, have a little walk around your desk, move your water bottle so it's further away, so you've got to reach to get it, so you've actually got to get up, you don't just put your hand out and grab it and drink it. Just doing these small, what we call micro movements every 20 minutes or more often if you can, is going to have a massive compound effect on our health. Then, to run alongside that, once every hour we do a mini movement. A mini movement might be a 5-minute walk just to clear your head. If you've got to make a phone call, get your phone and just go and walk around with the phone so that you're not just sat. Because most people that we speak to, apart from their prime mover sessions, they are literally sat on their arse for the rest of the week. They're either sat down or laid down. The body's not moving. So we need to start embracing these opportunities to move. If you use public transport, get off a stop earlier. If you do, you know, none of these things are going to have a direct impact on your fat loss. Of course not. But in a sense they will, because as your body becomes less stressed because you're moving it more, then that will have an impact on your fat loss. But we're looking at more long-term health with this. This is not about fat loss. This is about trying to stave off you know, heart disease, depression, possibly even cancer. You know, all these things that everyone's susceptible to all the time now. You know, the cancer rates. I remember when I first became a PT, they used to say the adverts would be 1 in 3 people will be touched by cancer, and now the adverts, and we're talking like less than, well, what, about a decade on, and now it's 1 in 2. So the cancer rates, can't work out the percentage on that, but they've increased by what, 50%? in the last 10 years. It's crazy. So is it in another 10 years, is it, you know, at some point in their life, everyone is going to be touched by cancer? Let's try and make sure that if you're in this circle of friends, if you're a prime mover, that doesn't happen. Now obviously there's never a guarantee, but the more things we can do to help protect ourselves long term. This has always been my aim with prime mover. It's not about getting weight off people in 21 days. It's not about getting weight off people in a year. It's about the people that are with us now, that are in the 30s, 40s and 50s, are in the prime health when they're in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, in 80s, 90s, and hitting triple figures. Not just getting there being propped up on medication. I'm talking about having a vital life when you get to that age. I'd rather check out at 75 and be tap dancing still than drag it out to 90 and be propped up on all sorts of pills and potions. So anyway, opportunities to move. Have a little think about what you can do in your day to be more active. If you maybe park your car a couple of streets down from where you work and then walk in there. Leave your lunch in the car, obviously not in summer, but in the winter, leave your lunch in the car, so you've got to walk back to the car to get your lunch. Sit and eat your lunch in the car, and then go for a little walk around and then back to work, and then you've got to walk back to your car at the end of it. It's just little things like this. So have a think about what you can do. Comment below. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.